The results are finally in, and boy, there's some juicy stuff in there. For you guys who don't know what this is about, on the 18th of October, I started a poll asking everybody in the Crucible Playbook Reddit and the Destiny the Game Reddit what they think are the best weapons in each weapon category. I want to give a huge shout out to both of these amazing communities. And if you are a Destiny player and haven't heard of these communities, go join them ASAP. Overall, more than 9,000 people have voted on this poll, and I am very happy and kind of shocked as well. I have separated every weapon category in console and PC results, because they do vary. Without further ado, let's get into the results. Let's start with the always dominant hand cannons. The console results are: at number 5, Thorn with 297 votes and in total 7.4% of the votes. Number 4, the Ace of Spades with 325 votes and a total of 8.7%. Number 3, Luna's Howl with 372 votes and a total of 9.9%. And at number 2, The Last Word with 594 votes and in total of 15.8%. This was kind of a surprise for me. And the best hand cannon on console is Not Forgotten with a staggering 1,144 votes and a total of 30.5%. It almost doubled The Last Word in votes, making this by far the most dominant and feared hand cannon on console. But, like I said in the beginning, the results on console and PC do vary, so let's get into the PC results. Number 5, Not Forgotten, with 216 votes and a total of 4.4%. From being the most dominant on console to barely making the top 5. Very interesting. Number 4, a newcomer, Despair Rations, with 492 votes and a total of 10.1%. Number 3, the Destiny 1 Classic, the Thorn, with 850 votes and a total of 17.5%. Number 2, the Ace of Spades, with 940 votes and 19.3%. And of course, the best weapon, all the way from Destiny 1, The Last Word, with 1,613 votes and a total of 33.2%. Almost 1/3 of all the PC players agree this is the best hand cannon you can use, and I agree completely. So I think we can all agree that almost all usual suspects are in one or both of these top 5s. I was a bit disappointed that my beloved Austringer was not close to the top 5, but let's move on to the next category. Next up, the recently buffed Scout Rifles. The console results are: at number 5, Nightwatch with 165 votes and a total of 4.4%. Number 4, Polaris Lens with 417 votes and 11.1%. Number 3, Randy's Throwing Knife with 638 votes and a total of 17%. This season's pinnacle weapon, and I am very happy it's in the top 5. Number 2, the Jade Rabbit with 1,034 votes and 27.6%. And of course the number 1, Mida Multitool with 1,223 votes and a total of 32.6%. Again, a Destiny 1 classic on top of the charts. Will the PC results be the same, or will they have a big difference? Let's get into it. At number 5, a weapon that kills me plenty of times, the Black Scorpion 4 SR with 179 votes and a total of 3.8%. At number 4, Polaris Lens with 500 votes and a total of 10.7%. Number 3, the Jade Rabbit with 927 votes and 19.8%. At number 2, Randy's Throwing Knife with 1,243 votes and a total of 26.6%. And of course, the number 1 Scout Rifle on PC is again the Mida Multitool with 1,440 votes and 30.8%. It was very clear from the start that Mida was going to win both of these. I rooted for my Randys, but I cannot disagree that the Mida is the top tier Scout Rifle. Let's move on to a category that felt up for grabs, the Pulse Rifles. First up, the console results. At number 5, Sacred Provenance with 282 votes and a total of 7.5%. Number 4, Outbreak Perfected with 299 votes and 7.9%. At number 3, Claws of the Wolf with 327 votes and 8.7%. At number 2, very surprising, it was not number 1, the Blast Furnace with 552 votes and a total of 14.7%. And the undisputed number 1 pulse on console is Bygones with a dominating 1,130 votes and 30%. Let's go straight to the PC results. At number 5, the exotic Vigilance Wing with 308 votes, 7.5%. At number 4, Sacred Provenance with 461 votes and a total of 9.8%. Number 3, a quite surprise, Bygones with 668 votes, 14.2%. Number 2, I did not know that people like this pull so much. The Claws of the Wolf with 711 votes, making it 15.1%. And the number 1, the Blast Furnace with 991 votes, 21.1%. And I have to say, I hate playing against this gun. This is a beast. The pulse rifle category is fairly well balanced, but the difference in console and PC is very notable. The Bygones was number 1 on console and only number 3 on PC. Before we go on to the next category, I want to say this took me a lot of time to organize, analyze and create, but I enjoyed doing it a lot. If you like this content or found it useful and interesting, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and let's get back into it. Auto rifles. They feel like they're in a weird place and never are strong enough to compete with the strongest weapons in the meta. Let's start with the console results. At number 5, Halfdan-D with 174 votes, 4.9%. At number 4, the Battle Pass weapon, the Pluperfect, 186 votes and 5.2%. Number 3, Sweet Business with 496 votes and 13.9%. I really thought this was a meme, no joke. Number 2, the Monte Carlo with 1,082 votes and 30.2%. And at number 1, the gun that was so strong in Vanilla Destiny 1 and was so frustrating to fight against, the Suros regime with 1,134 votes and 31.7%. Let's go to the PC results. At number 5, the Pluperfect with 230 votes with 5.1%. Number 4, Halfdan-D with 340 votes and 7.6%. At number 3, Sweet Business with 524 votes and 11.7%. At number 2, the Suros regime with 1,093 votes, making it 24.4%. And the new auto rifle king on PC is the Monte Carlo with 1,736 votes, making it a total of 38.7%. So on PC, the Monte Carlo was by far the most popular choice, while on console the Suros dethroned it with a difference of only 52 votes. Let's go into the most predictable category, the submachine guns. And if you don't already know what will be number 1, be ashamed of yourself. And number 3, the Antiope-D with 85 votes, making it 2.3%. Number 2, the Huckleberry with 123 votes, making it 3.3%. And of course, at number 1, with an incredible amount of votes, the Recluse with 3,328 votes and a total of 88.3%. What a shocker. Will the PC results differ from the console? Nope. Number 1, the Recluse, 4,237 votes, making it a total of 89.1%. I did not even include other submachines, because there were so many with only a few votes. I kind of regret including submachine guns. The next category is for the sharpshooters and incredible accurate, the sniper rifles. First up, the console. At number 5, Bite of the Fox with 204 votes, a total of 5.6%. At number 4, the Supremacy with 214 votes and a total of 5.9%. And at number 3, the Twilight Oath, 346 votes and a total of 9.5%. At number 2, Revoker with 1,089 votes and almost 30%. And of course, at number 1, Beloved with 1,273 votes and 34.8%. Next up, the PC results. At number 5, the Supremacy with 323 votes and 7%. At number 4, the big surprise, Izanagi's Burden with 330 votes and 7.1%. At number 3, the Twilight Oath with 472 votes and 10.2%. At number 2, Revoker with 1,138 votes and 24.6%. And you guessed it, at number 1, Beloved with 1,551 votes, making it a total of 33.5%. The only real surprise for me was the Izanagi's Burden, but I felt that the Beloved was and will be the go-to sniper rifle. It is just that amazing. Up next, the very uninteresting sidearms. Okay, maybe they are interesting, I just don't like them that much. Let's start with the console results. At number 5, Smugglers Word with 300 votes and 9.2%. At number 4, Lonesome with 346 votes, making it a total of 10.6%. At number 3, Rat King with 462 votes and 14.1%. At number 2, Drang with 503 votes and 15.3%. At number 1, Last Hope with 670 votes, making it a total of 20.4%. Onto the PC results. At number 5, Smugglers Word with 386 votes and a total of 9.7%. At number 4, Lonesome with 405 votes and a total of 10.2%. At number 3, Last Hope with 590 votes and 14.9%. And at number 2, The Rang with 631 votes, making it a total of 15.9%. And at number 1, The Rat King, 718 votes and a total of 18.1%. The top 3 vary a little bit in order, but The Rat King, Drang, and The Last Hope are by far the favorites. Now, the weapon I barely see in competitive, the bows. First up, the console results. At number 5, Arsenic Bite-4b with 163 votes and 4.7%. I did not even know this weapon existed. Number 4, Wishender with 234 votes and 6.8%. At number 3, Subtle Calamity with 290 votes and 8.4%. At number 2, Hush with 306 votes and 8.9%. And of course, number 1, Le Monarch with 1,987 votes and 57.5%. And for the PC results, number 5, Arsenic Bite-4b with 228 votes and 5.4%. Number 4, Subtle Calamity with 310 votes and 7.3%. And number 3, Wishender with 333 votes and 7.9%. At number 2, Hush with 1,079 votes and 25.5%. And at number 1, Le Monarch with 1,658 votes and a total of 39.2%. Le Monarch outperformed every bow and is by far the best choice on console and PC. And for all you shotgun apes, you sliding and slugging salt creators, these shotguns. First up, the console. Number 5, Gunnora's X with 131 votes and 3.6%. At number 4, Retold Tale with 205 votes and 5.6%. And at number 3, The Chaperone with 416 votes and 11.7%. At number 2, Dust Rock Blues with 1,144 votes and 31.3%. And number 1, barely beating the number 2, Mindbender's Ambition with 1,217 votes and 33.3%. Let's go straight into the PC results. Number 5, Gunnora's X with 150 votes and 3.3%. At number 4, Retold Tale with 278 votes and 6%. At number 3, The Chaperone with 396 votes and 8.6%. And at number 2, Dust Rock Blues with 583 votes and 12.7%. And of course, at number 1, Mindbender's Ambition with 2,430 votes and 52.8%. The Mindbenders is the strongest shotgun in the game, but on console the Dustrock Blues is not that far off. I am happy to see the Chaperone on the list as well. Such a cool design shotgun. From one rage creating category to the next, the fusion rifles. Let's start with console. Number 3, the Wizened Rebuke with 309 votes and 8.3%. At number 2, Jotun, 507 votes and 13.6%. Number 1, Arentil FR4, 2,621 votes, making it a total of 70.4%. As for PC, number 3, the Wizened Rebuke with 347 votes and 7.6%. At number 2, Jotun with 986 votes and 21.5%. And of course, at number 1, Arentil with 2,815 votes and 61.4%. The rest were all very close bunched up, so I only did a top 3. But wow, the Arentil dominated. I might need to pick this up out of my vault real soon. Next up, auto rifles on steroids, heavy machine guns. At number 3, 21% Delirium with 259 votes and 7.1%. Number 2, Edgewise with 417 votes and 11.6%. And number 1, of course, Hammerhead with 2,850 votes and 77.7%. As for the PC, number 3, 21% Delirium with 360 votes and 7.7%. And the big surprise, at number 2, Thunderlord with 448 votes and 9.6%. And of course, at number 1, Hammerhead with 3,680 votes, making it almost 80% of all the votes. So, what a surprise, Hammerhead is the most popular. I would have never guessed. Still glad Thunderlord is in there. Onto the rocket launcher. Let's start with the console. At number 3, Deathbringer with 328 votes and 8.9%. Number 2, Wardcliff Coil with 1,196 votes and 32.5%. And at number 1, The Truth, 1,959 votes and 53.2%. Let's go straight to the PC results. Number 3, Deathbringer, 692 votes and 15.2%. At number 2, Wardcliff Coil with 1,096 votes and a total of 24.1%. And at number 1, of course, The Truth with 2,425 votes and a total of 53.4%. So, The Truth is the best rocket launcher, as it was in Destiny 1 as well. Too bad there are not a lot of good legendary rocket launchers at the moment. We're almost there. Heavy grenade launchers. Let's start with the console. At number 4, Edge Transit with 165 votes and a total of 4.6%. At number 3, Wendigo with 372 votes and 10.3%. And at number 2, The Colony with 1,098 votes and 30.5%. And of course at number 1, Play of the Game with 1,571 votes and 43.7%. Let's see if the PC results vary a bit. Number 4, Edge Transit with 201 votes and a total of 4.4%. Number 3, Wendigo with 489 votes and 10.8%. Number 2, The Colony with 863 votes and 19.1%. And again, as always, Play of the Game at number 1 with 2,470 votes and 54.6%. I did not include kinetic and energy weapons because that would make the result inaccurate in my opinion. And now the final category, the kinetic and energy grenade launcher. I think we all know how this is going to end. At number 3, Orewing's Maul with 119 votes and 3.5%. At number 2, Fighting Lion with 369 votes and 10.7%. And of course, at number 1, The Mountaintop, 2,882 votes and a total of 83.6%. Let's go straight into the PC results. Number 3, Orewing's Maul with 114 votes and 2.6%. Number 2, Fighting Lion with 360 votes and 8.2%. And at number 1, again, the Mountaintop, 3,799 votes and 86.7%. My least favorite gun in the game, the Mountaintop. It makes me rage and I wish it did not even exist. But you guys voted this as the best and most popular, and I will not disagree at all. These were all the results. To all of you who have voted, thank you again. I will say this, analyzing the data and making this video was a lot of work, but I did enjoy it a lot. So if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe. It will mean the world to me. You still want to make a case for any weapon that did not get into any list? Let me know in the comments, and have a good one, Guardians. See ya.